It is 11:02, December 31st. And again, it is like really late for me to be doing this, and I haven't seen the sun rise in a while, but it's okay. We're gonna stick to it anyways. It's a lot colder than it was yesterday. We're gonna keep going. And the reason I don't really title the videos that I have, and I just put like the date, is to kind of make it so that I have to stay consistent and not see any progress at all, because I've learned from like copywriting that like the title and the hook is everything, and that's how you get anyone's attention. And if you have a good title and hook, like that's how you get the click or whatever. But I also think part of it is like I'm scared of like being seen, especially like by people I know, because this is really raw and it just comes straight from my mind, and a lot of it can be just about the things I'm struggling with, and I guess I don't want people to know that. But anyways, I couldn't really think of anything to talk about. I was walking and I had my music in, and I'm like, oh, what do I talk about? And it wasn't coming to me very easily like it normally does, because like normally I would already have something in mind and I would be kind of excited to just like kind of journal my thoughts into a camera. But this time I didn't have any of that, and I think it's just because I'm worrying a lot about uncertainty and something that might or might not happen. Well, yeah, I'm worrying a lot about uncertainty, about something that might or might not happen, and distracting myself with the music doesn't help any thoughts come to me either, which is why I think it's good to kind of go like off grid and don't take any input in, because your subconscious knows all of it. Your subconscious has all the answers to whatever problem it is that you're looking for. And like minor problems can be solved by like YouTube and the internet. Like we could just Google it. And I think because of this, we get so used to just looking up everything and searching for outside advice. But then when you're stuck with like a really deep problem, when you're stuck with a deep problem, you continue the same habit and you go on Google or you search the internet and you find nothing. It might just remind you of what your problem is again, but you won't find anything useful to you And that's because the internet's very general, and especially a lot of YouTube videos that are kind of very edited and very edited to grab your attention, and they're like selling stuff and all this. They don't really help because they're kind of just, they're not there. The people talking are not there because they've been through all these experiences and they want to help you and stuff. They're talking because, and they make it this way because they want your click, because that is how they make their money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think we have to understand that we have to kind of learn to solve our problems ourselves instead of going outside and trying to get help from anywhere but inside of your subconscious mind. And once you're able to kind of like get these answers from your subconscious, you begin to trust yourself more, and you build up the habit of not always seeking advice. And you just begin to trust yourself more, which is why I think this kind of goes back to me listening to the music as I walk, just to kind of distract myself from my thoughts, distract myself from the cold, distract myself from like the fact that like everything's kind of dead right now, and I kind of don't want to be out here, because we have all these distractions where we just forget to actually feel everything. And instead of constantly distracting myself with music, I need to just let those thoughts play. And then honestly, like, the best advice I have is always just journaling, looking inside of yourself, because that's where you're going to find the answer that's like personalized to you. Because when you look on Google or you look on the internet for the answer to your problems, it's going to be caterized to everybody, the general public, what is going to maybe sell the best, what seems easy. It's kind of like in dieting when people say, oh, go on like keto diet, go on intermediate fasting, count your calories. They have all this advice and you don't really know which one to follow. So you pick the one that sounds the best to you. Like, there's always those like get abs in six weeks or something like that. It's usually like 6 days, but they just try and make it appealing, and you fall for that because that's how they make it, even though it doesn't sound realistic. But rather than looking at these like, ooh, this golden goose kind of answer that if you really think about it with common sense, you know is not going to work, just look inside you and find the real answer, even if it's the most difficult one. And that's how you will actually get through things, and you will overcome, and you will build more confidence and trust in yourself and God. And I think one thing to realize is that this is like a capitalist society, and I'm not like one of those people that is like really against capitalism and stuff, but you have to realize that people are trying to sell you things. And I think learning about like marketing in the marketing world, your eyes really open to how everyone just falls for these false narratives because they're attractive, but they're not the answer. like a lot of diets that appeal to people are like the ones that are like eat anything you want and don't exercise and you won't gain and you'll lose a bunch of weight. But realistically, if you actually think about that idea, it just doesn't make any sense. And realistically, the only way to like lose weight or to lose fat is to eat less, because I was watching this videos again, but it was saying that if you eat a lot, then all that food has to have somewhere to go, so your stomach's gonna be like really big. But if you eat a little bit, then your stomach will be smaller, which just makes so much sense and it's so realistic, but nobody wants to follow that advice because that's like the hard way that takes a lot of time and that doesn't promise you like this golden goose egg kind of thing. So I guess my message to myself would be to just feel what you feel. Don't constantly consume, and just get out there and do what you want to do, or do what you should do, and that's how you'll find the answers. You'll find the answers in yourself rather than looking outside of yourself, because you're trying to answer personal questions with these like videos on the internet, which is not like personalized to you.